That is.
To order the May 22nd meeting of the Board of Elections. All who are able, please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we have time now on the agenda for public comment, if anyone who is here would like to make a comment.
We didn't adjourn the other meeting.
Oh. Okay, sorry. Can I take a motion to adjourn the May 20th meeting of the Board of Elections?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn that meeting. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
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 Okay, so we are adjourned from the May 20th meeting. And we are in session for the May 22nd meeting. If any public comment? No? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to additions to the agenda. Does anyone have an addition to the agenda?
No.
Okay. Moving on to, we do not have minutes. Moving down to the municipal primary election, we'll start with the adjudication of civilian absentee and mail-in ballots. I will
turn it over to Melanie, I guess, at this point.
Oh, okay. Is this just gonna be the ones that we have, or?
This-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, I think that's Sharon.
Okay, our first issue is we had a ballot that identified the voter.
Okay, the secrecy on it doesn't have anything on it.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty clear. You can review it. I need a new ballot. Yeah, the anonymity of that one is definitely in question. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so should we put that in the reject column?
I would.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have one in the reject column under item B. Item C is outer envelope contains a ballot not contained in an inner envelope.
So we had four. We had four, or we had three with no secrecy, just the ballot, and then we had a side-by-side, which is also.
So Betsy, to be clear, nothing's changed. Naked ballots are still identified as rejects, right? Okay, that one's outside its nest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one has no nest. No envelope. Well, I don't see any envelopes.
So that's four in the reject column on item C.
Yeah.
It is nice that the security envelopes are a different color now, too. It
Yeah.
makes it really obvious.
Yeah, you can't tangle them up.
Okay, item D is outer envelope with no voter signature.
Okay, this one had an X for a signature, but the witness,
Had no witnesses.
no witness, just an X for their signature.
Melanie, do we know roughly how many mail-in ballots we had returned? Like maybe just a pinch under 7,000 or something?
And the rules have not changed, Betsy, in regard to
All right.
signature. Okay.
It does say sign or mark here.
But I think under the word mark, it says you have a witness for the mark.
Yeah.
Is that, am I right on the form?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have some identifying.
Yeah.
7,124 that were returned.
Unless there's an assistance
Right.
spot.
I mean, I can see why somebody might be confused when it says, just because it's right there, it says sign or mark. But,
Yeah.
It's not even pretending to be a signature.
no. So, one.
One under
in the
that.
reject column.
Yep.
And item D. Item F, outer envelope has a date issue.
Okay, so we had two that were out of the date range, which was April 4th to election day, May 20th. And one that had too many characters.
One is ahead and one is behind. Yeah.
this person was thinking April. Okay.
There's some confusion.
Just gotta turn down that volume in the other room.
Oh,
I think what they're trying to do here is pretty clear. They're just trying to say May 20th.
yeah. Yeah, the voter intent's pretty clear. They just didn't want to live within the confines of the boxes.
So, the guidance from the Western District is to accept these.
In the Western District, there's a federal court decision that says
Must.
dates do not matter because that's a constitutional violation. Everybody else is, that's an advisory. Then whatever you got from the Department of State is recommended. that you sign. I don't have that.
But regardless, they need to be sequestered.
Yeah, I would definitely is a question.
Yeah.
Continue to keep them sequestered so that if there's, yeah.
But that's a decision that's already being made.
So what was the previous guidance ahead of this guidance on dates?
I don't know, I haven't received anything. And Melanie, I don't know if Melanie got anything prior to I haven't seen what you received on election day.
I didn't get anything on election day.
Are you sure? Because I thought these probably
It
went
might have
to.
came yesterday.
Did we? Oh, because I was looking yesterday. I didn't get anything yesterday from the Department of State.
That's what I got.
All I got was the file drop closure, and I never received anything yet from the state yesterday. I'll look.
Look at that list that you're not on.
Yeah, I never received anything.
It says this says to count them but segregate.
Yeah. But again, that sounds to me like it's more mandate than it is suggestion. And
Well,
that's what I'm
I think
concerned
if I were in, I'm not speaking for those folks, but if I were in Indiana County or, pick a Western County, I would be counting those because I've got a court order that says I should that has not been stayed.
Right.
But you all are different.
I think I would request that we count them but continue to keep them segregated so that so that we can easily manage any challenges to that.
I would suspect by the general election, we should have the absolute guidance. Would you not agree, you hope?
Yeah, the Third Circuit is supposed to be receiving all briefs by the latter part of June. Now, they're under no timeline to make a decision, but one would hope that they do that.
Should be cognizant of that. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I would agree with Amber. We segregate them, but count them, and obviously we'll do a different upload if there's no clarity in the next few days.
I don't think anything's gonna change, so.
I mean, that's how we handle it, right? We do
You
a
can-
couple
you can
different
report Both
uploads.
sets, the segregated votes from the full ticket.
Yeah, as long as, if we don't have anything by Tuesday, those have to go on our unofficial count if we're going to be counting them.
The only thing is, did that guidance suggest that any date issue, or was it undated ballot? How was that structured? Because the ones outside the date range concern me a little bit more than the one that they obviously,
The one with too many characters is
yeah.
clearly, the intent was clear.
Yeah, that was clear that they
It
meant
says-
May 20th.
Any ballots for the 2025 primary election that were missing a date or had an incorrect date must be marked with a comment using the highlighted comments field below. The comment can be a text, no date counted or incorrect date counted.
So that clearly says that it should be counted.
Yeah, it says ballots included in envelopes that are undated or incorrectly dated should be canvassed unless there is some other independent reason to discount the ballot.
The only reason would be that it's outside the date range, but that falls
There's
under the
no other.
incorrect. So I don't know. I am vexed by this.
Amber, what time did that come in?
Wednesday, how do I find the time? I'm not-
Do you have Do you have any guidance with
Oh,
other
109
counties in the
PM.
east are doing?
109.
And it had a red, high importance exclamation point on it.
Ah, there
I
it
mean, I
is.
know there are counties in our group that are part of this litigation that.
Okay.
We discussed this, but what their board, we basically agreed as solicitors, it was up to our boards. Except for those folks who, as I said, were in the Western District, and those solicitors were gonna say, you really don't have a choice here.
So that indicates we should count everything? It says incorrect.
If
So-
it's incorrect
Incorrect or missing a date.
or undated.
So the incorrect date
Because
would be
that's-
out of the date range. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Or their
Baxter's
birthday or
decision.
whatever it is.
Yeah, incorrect or undated.
Her decision says, because the date should not matter and is the requirement to make it matter is unconstitutional, therefore it doesn't matter. You know,
In the west.
in the West.
And the way they're asking is when we scan them into Shore, on that little comment section, we write why, that, they were misstated, out of the date range. Yeah.
Let's count them and segregate them, and if there's, hopefully there's a decision by the fall, because this is the kind of stuff that just drives me crazy.
Yep. So that's 3 to count on item F.
Count but
And
segregate.
Count and segregate.
So,
Okay, so the next item where we have anything in the categories, inner envelope has a text marker symbol revealing the identity of the voter.
So this was a political preference possibly.
I don't think it indicates the preference of the voter in regard to the event, but it's just a statement.
Betsy, what does the law say about any kind of politically, I mean, this is not a statement regarding the,
It's more of a national statement than it is a,
I think the question is, does it identify the voter? Is it something that would somehow be
No.
something?
The only
that-
way it would happen is if they had like stickers that matched
Right.
the outer envelope, they signed their name,
Yeah.
initials.
And this one's generic enough. You could be from any one of the couple of hundred parties in Center County and have written this.
I haven't seen the writing, but.
Okay.
that probably doesn't qualify as a
it doesn't seem like it has any relevance to the
No.
task
No.
at hand here.
No, I would
Right.
agree.
Okay, so I would say we count the item J, that one ballot. Okay, then we had a naked ballot in the Dropbox.
Ah, okay.
So we wouldn't be able to identify it.
We can't tell who the voter was, right?
No, we can't check it. All right.
Okay,
And then we have other.
So reject K. We've got, somebody found a new.
Somebody found something that we couldn't put in a category?
So
5 years in?
we had a ballot they tried to scan at the Vote by Mail Center, and the choice, the choice right there, we tried to recreate it and could not decipher what the choice was.
it was in between.
It's in between, yeah.
Brilliant. How do you?
So why don't you make a version? Are they all like that?
Is it possible to recreate this ballot without that race on it?
Well, you could actually, I think it's school board,
Right.
so there's still 3 that
are clear.
That are clear identification, so you could just pick those 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that the appropriate way to
That's what
handle
you
that?
would do, yes.
Okay,
Because when you see that one, you're not gonna know who they intended.
right. No, you can't
I
tell.
want to show that to the audience, the viewing audience, so they can appreciate how that works.
Some
There
of the
two
others
names
are
at the top of
not
the-
full.
Of the school board race.
They're really
Kind of
not-
wonder if
Literally,
this
the check
person
is in
had
between the two
Parkinson's or
names.
hand tremors
It
or
doesn't
something.
indicate
Yeah.
who they prefer,
But that one's like right in between the two of them.
and it's really not coloring in the oval, it's more
Yeah.
of a dash.
It's almost a stray mark.
Yeah. I would argue that we can't count either of those. Would you agree that that's probably indecisive?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just wanted to get a third-party opinion on that.
So that would be a partial count
So we can recreate that one without
with
that,
recreation.
since it doesn't overvote. Because that'll never scan. Do we panel somebody to create that ballot?
You and I could do it?
Jody will get the express vote open.
Okay.
Just put
I
it on
need
the
to get
table.
a,
Well, there's two more at the bottom here. I guess we have two more voter
Those are,
ID.
they need to produce
They
ID.
need two that need to produce ID.
okay.
Oh,
So that, they have until when to
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Okay.
All right.
And they can give it to us Tuesday.
And have we been able to contact either one of them yet?
That I'm not sure. We can give it
They
to Tiff.
probably received a letter, I'm guessing, that's Tish's.
Well, I mean,
Can
if
we
we have
call
a
them?
phone number and email, I think we should do that
We'll
too.
give them to Tish and
Okay.
have her contact them.
Yeah, definitely.
So we need to create that partial count ballot. That's that.
Let's see, is it long enough to go
What do you
underneath
need
the
to do?
table?
I just like to plug this in.
There's a plug right here. If you slide up here, we can drape it across.
So that's the sum total of them?
Does that work?
That's
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Okay. We have one partial count. We have two more awaiting identification and everything else has been
I got this.
addressed.
So, in order to take a, is it okay as we're getting this set up to take a motion on this?
I would on everything but the last, the column M, and you can decide that on,
Okay.
you can act on those on Tuesday.
So, under L, this is, do we put it in the count column?
Count as a partial
Partial.
count.
Count.
Yes.
Okay.
You're gonna have an undervote in
Yeah.
that column, on that race.
Okay, so I will take a motion that we, should I just read through these to make sure we're all on the same page? On the May 20th municipal primary, going through these categories, item B, reject 1, item C, reject 4, item D, reject 1, item F, count 3 but keep segregated so they don't become commingled. Item J, count 1. Item K, reject 1. Item L, partial count for 1. Okay, is there a motion to
So moved.
proceed?
All right.
Okay.
I'll
As
second the
usual.
motion.
Okay, that's been moved and seconded. All those in favor do so by saying aye.
All right.
Aye.
So that item passed, and we'll come back to item M.
And I'd just like to say that at some point, I would hope that we get clarification on all these date issues in the future, because I don't think deciding on election day or after the election is a good time to be determining how we're supposed to be dealing with some of these issues. It seemed to be fairly simple to adjudicate, but it should be done, I guess what I'm saying is it should be done uniformly across our state. Everybody should be on the same page.
guidance, yeah. Yeah, a voter in Western Pennsylvania shouldn't be treated differently than a voter in
Exactly,
Eastern PA on this.
that's my concern.
Oh my goodness.
Are we just still waiting for this to
I think
boot
we're
up
waiting for
here?
the machine to warm up. It takes several minutes.
She's just putting the code in.
Takes a little bit longer too because it's set up for full county.
Oh, all right.
Of course it is. What's next on the agenda?
We have reviewing numbered list of voters, returns of results cast. Takes-
So we can either move on to the military and provisionals.
Should we do
And then
that?
we can do these last.
Yeah, let's do that since there are
Mhm.
just two of them.
Yeah, let's do
Do
the military
military.
ones next.
Yeah.
All right, this is ready.
Just need.
Well, now you have it ready, so.
Now it's ready.
Oh, it's ready, okay.
Yeah,
let's
so at
do
least
it.
that'll be quick and easy to do.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, or,
I'll read it.
okay.
You punch it in. Okay. We have, this is precinct 41 College North. Okay, when you're ready.
These are the ones that
Out of curiosity, Sharon, did this didn't read anything, right?
Correct.
Because some of these are very,
Right, right. The
Probably
scanners,
aren't
the
gonna-
scanners,
so this-
we need to do all of them.
yeah. we're
Yeah,
gonna-
yeah.
For the audit.
Gotcha.
Right, I
That
thought
includes the
was-
Well, I guess we would need to anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
The intent is obviously the,
Oh, okay. In person.
let me know when you're ready.
In-person vote, because we already have it. So just 2% of 1,753.
So that's 200 votes.
Okay, just the third
Brandon Newman,
You could pick what, a precinct if you wanted to.
Judge Conwell
You could
required,
pick a precinct.
Stella Side,
Judy A,
Bernie Cantor,
Drury Krishna,
Shelley Thompson,
Councilmember.
Eric Bernier,
through the ones that need to be segregated.
and Gretchen Brand.
Yeah.
You do those first, then pull them. Yep.
Now, we will not be counting the first race, which is.
Right.
Okay, but we have Rebecca Arnold Desmarius.
Damaris.
Yes.
And then Jennifer Black. And then Kirsten Meredith.
Just those three, right?
Yes. That'll be another. Give it to Mark to review and there's that.
So we have Brandon Newman, Stella Tsai, Bernie Cantorna, Shelley Thompson, Eric Bernier, Gretchen Brandt, Rebecca Damaris, Jennifer Black, Christian McTernan. And then there's no selection for the other.
No selection for the other ones, those are write-ins.
You'll have one undervote. We would have been reproducing that ballot.
No way scanners can Amber, should we test the ballot? We got a paper vote somewhere.
I suspect we might have.
Who has to be? The county has one.
And we want it back when you're done using it. We borrowed it for tax assessment.
Do you ever see that commercial for a business and he said, who has the pen?
Yeah.
I'm with the client, I need the pen.
Well, what's the, going back to that date conversation. So it's in the hands of the Third Circuit now, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I would hope that they would, by the fall, have some guidance for us. So I don't lose the confidence in the system.
Is that not how this works?
Is that's
That's
what
the
they
date
asked,
issue,
right?
they got.
Yes. Yep.
That's
And then
your
it's here,
biggest-
because then I gotta put in a
That's your biggest,
completely different.
Mail-in.
That and naked ballots.
Right.
The signature
Oh,
issue
you're
seems
good,
to
you're
have
good.
largely disappeared. Like to think that we had the signature issue today was an X. No blanks. I mean, we've had
Right.
in prior years blanks where people just didn't sign it at all, so.
Yeah.
It's largely disappeared.
What's the logic of not addressing this by now?
Because,
They're busy.
well, all of these cases percolate up and are
Yeah,
on
but
the
this has
schedule.
been percolating for a while.
Well, no, see, she only ruled initially on one question, not this question. So that issue got litigated for a
Okay.
year, and now it came back, and she basically said, no, I think it also violates this clause of the Constitution. And so now it goes back up the way.
Thankfully, in this race, or in this election cycle, it wasn't consequential in changing the outcome.
Right.
In the future, it may not have that luxury. But I really think there needs to be conformity across our state in the way we
I was like, what?
make decisions, because it's not right.
As soon as that gets up and running, I'll have
2 ballots.
Is John leading the sock board today?
Got her?
Rock, paper, scissors. Oh, you got popcorn.
I got popcorn. Okay. What was yours?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors. I'm like, I see some scissors. Okay, those are rocks.
Okay, so should we do the military and overseas ballots now?
Sure can.
Sure.
Both of them.
There were just 2.
All two?
Hmm?
All two.
All two. Well, the votes. Disappointing
Look
if they
at
were
this.
both somehow like naked ballots or something.
Well, we'll have to block that up. Oh. We're gonna go do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that. There's that. I think we're gonna be remaking this one, but maybe not. Yeah, we'd be remaking that one. There's that one.
Yeah, be careful, Steve. We don't want to put ballot opening injury on the workers' comp.
That's right. Well, this one has enough tape on it. You don't have to worry about it coming open on its own. Yeah, I think we're gonna be building this one too. Yep. We're gonna be building a better mousetrap there too.
we have the,
Hello, Joe.
do we have the ballots for these two? Oh, they can do it on there,
Yeah.
sure, okay, gotcha.
Can I peek at them, Amber?
Oh, yeah, sorry. And should we go around and, start one? On the express code?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta remanufacture them.
Looks good.
Ready, let's do it.
Both of them. Okay, the first is precinct number 24. There's 24, right? Yeah. Okay. 24
Wait, so, there's
There's
just,
just 124. yeah.
okay. Okay, there's two of these now. So it's down State College East.
Yeah, PSU. Okay, this is the Democratic primary ballot. So if you are ready,
I'm all set.
Brandon,
Judges of Circuit.
yes, Brandon Newman,
Judge of Commonwealth Court,
Stella Sy,
District Attorney,
Bernie Cantorna, Shelley Thompson, Donald M. Hahn, Ezra Naines, Gopal. I'm gonna have you verify this because John Hayes, that is correct.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Okay, so the first three, says vote, not more than three, so that. And then there are, I just want to double check here. There's one, Rebecca, Jennifer Black.
They get them in there and,
How do you pronounce it? Rebecca, Jennifer, Lehigh, and Kirsten. Nothing under judge of elections or inspector of elections. And I believe that should be the sum total.
All right.
And I'll print this and pass it to you.
For the record, we reproduced these ballots because they are not on the original ballot stock from the county, and we couldn't enter it into our tabulator, so we have to reproduce it in that format.
Judge of the Superior Court, Brandon Newman. Judge of the Commonwealth Court, Stella Sy. District Attorney, Bernie Cantorna. Jury Commissioner, Shelley Thompson. MDJ, Donald Hahn. Mayor, Ezra Naines. Council members, Gopal Balachandran, John Hayes, and Nalini, I'm probably not going to, Krishnakani. Would have come close, but that's even closer. And then for school directors, Rebecca Arnold, is it Damaris? Okay, they're not pronouncing the first S, Damaris. Jennifer Black, is it Mahali? Mihai. Mihai Sogar, and Kristen McTurnan. No selection for judge of election or inspector of elections. Yeah, it's good.
If we want to recreate,
Yep, right there.
Jody Shakes is here.
yep, that would be perfect.
Thank you.
okay, this is number, precinct 16, State College North. It is a Democratic mail-in overseas ballot. Let me know whenever you're booted up. 16.
Okay, Judge of Superior Court.
Brandon Newman. Stella Sy.
DA,
Bernie Cantorna.
Jury Commissioner,
Shelley Thompson.
District Judge.
Stephen Lockman.
Mayor,
Ezra Names.
council members,
Gopal. John. And Malini.
school directors.
Just one. Jesse Barlow. And no other selections under judge or inspector of elections. Just to show you that. Just one of those.
Uh-huh. All right, so Judge of the Superior Court, Brandon Newman, Commonwealth Court, Stella Sy, and DA, Bernie Cantorna, Jury Commissioner, Shelley Thompson, District Judge Stephen Lockman, Mayor Ezra Naines, Council Members Gopal Balachandran, John Hayes, and Nalini Krishnakutty. Severe undervote on School Director, just Jesse Barlow. No other selections, and did not select either Judge of Elections or the contested Inspector of Election races.
And there you have it. You dropped your mic bonnet there.
Oh,
Okay, so just.
is that what they're called?
Okay.
That's what I've always heard them called.
All right.
Thumb thingy.
Okay, provisionals.
Alrighty.
We have nothing for 1, 2, 3, or 4. So for precinct 5, Bellefonte. We have 2. It looks like that we have Corey Dickman, and it was voter was issued a mail-in ballot but did not surrender it at the precinct.
Okay.
And we don't have their mail-in ballot?
No.
Do we need to address this any further?
No. Tish put them on here so she double checks them
Oh, okay.
to make sure, but you can open them up.
But it-
and-
You're saying full count, but we don't have the,
So we don't have their, they didn't turn in their mail-ins to us.
Correct.
And they didn't surrender it, so they had to do a provisional ballot.
At
Right.
the precinct, so.
okay.
And it's only a full count if they voted a Democratic ballot.
Okay,
Okay.
do you want me to open this, correct? Okay. Maybe. Okay, there's the first one.
The second one is Jessica Kirsten Bernot, and also it was our voter was issued a mail-in ballot and did not submit her ballot.
So we're just supposed to look at this and say,
Yes, as long as they're
all's in order.
a Democratic ballot, yeah.
Yep.
We have people who want to
one for the issues that you had on your day. Thank you for checking. So those are 2 full counts.
Well, we're double checking the second one now.
It's a Democratic ballot.
All right.
This one is from Center Hall.
Oh, what?
Yep, you're right,
So I
Aaron.
think you
Both
want this,
will count.
this is just your list.
Oh, okay.
This is Kevin Brindle.
A no affiliation.
And Kevin's ballot was
Was allowed to
brought to our attention because of a fraudulent alteration to his
Well,
registration.
potentially, Ron.
Potentially.
There's still a chance that he might have
Right.
just
I
forgotten.
gue- I guess my question is, it's being investigated
It's being
by law enforcement.
So Nancy, how do we proceed with this, if there's an investigation? To what occurred?
I would make the assertion that his intent was to be one party and not as he was registered.
That's the understanding.
And it's being adjudicated, well, it's
It's
being
being investigated.
investigated by law enforcement. He officially reported it as such, so.
And the key would be that he voted a Republican ballot because that's what he was registered before the change.
Yes.
He claims to be, should have stayed as Republican.
He was until last year, when his registration was changed.
Right.
It is a Republican ballot.
Yeah, I would make the assertion that we count it as a Republican ballot. And he has re-registered as a Republican as well, is that correct, Melanie? He has entered registration paperwork to change his affiliation.
I don't know if he's entered it yet, but he was
Okay.
given the information
Okay.
to change it.
It's about food.
Yeah, that's,
What are we ordering?
that's fine. What would you?
Either or.
Whatever everybody wants.
Yep, that's fine, okay. Lunch order.
Sounds good.
So are we counting his ballot?
Oh,
I
sorry.
would make the motion that we count that ballot based on the criminal investigation that is ensuing.
I'll second the motion.
And voter, I talked to Kevin personally, and his intent was to vote as a Republican. He did not understand the circumstances of which his registration was changed, so it would be my assumption that his will is to vote in the primary election.
I'm sorry, I'll second the motion.
Okay, that's been moved and seconded to count this ballot. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Definitely
Needs to be repeated though, I think.
Well, I can't speak to that.
That's not gonna scan.
We can try to put it through, see if, and if it doesn't, it'll get back. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're up to 16. Those had nothing in them. Okay, so we have a Brian C. Clark. He was issued a mail-in ballot. He did not return it to the elections office or at the precinct.
Well, they're recommending a full count based on that.
Correct, is as long as the ballot is the current ballot.
Yep, Democratic.
Let's just-
26-16.
These are all ballots, man.
Okay, this one is Alice Edith Clark, same thing. She voted a mail, or didn't turn in her mail-in ballot to either the elections office or the precinct.
Democratic, number 16.
Okay, so we have Nigel Hickson. Same thing, the order was issued a mail-in ballot, didn't return to our office or the precinct.
Alrighty, we have precinct 16, Democratic. There's that one.
We have precinct 17. East. We have one, Christopher Moore, same thing, the order was issued a mail-in ballot, didn't return it to the elections office or the precinct.
Okay, Democratic ballot, 17 precinct.
Nothing for 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, sorry, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36.
Okay, precinct number 36, there are 3.
There are three. We have Carrie Lee Carr. Same thing, voter was issued mail-in ballot, did not return to our office or the precinct.
Okay, we have precinct number 36, Democratic registration.
Next, we have Donna France. Same thing, voter was issued mail-in, didn't return to us or the precinct. Yeah.
Okay, we have folded up Republican ballot, precinct number 36.
And last, we have Deborah Sue Jones. Voter was issued mail-in ballot, did not return to us or the precinct.
She's the Democrat? Oh, okay, yes, so that's.
Okay, the Democratic ballot. Supposedly, we'll
Ballot.
see that in just a moment. It is indeed precinct 36, it is indeed a Democratic ballot, so. There we go.
We have nothing for 37, 38, 39, 40, and 41.
Yeah, there are 2 from number 41.
We have 2 in here. We have a Bhakti Chan. Voter was issued a mail-in ballot, did not return, should be a Democratic ballot.
Okay, precinct 41, Democrat. Good so far.
So we have a Kenneth Fogelman. The voter was issued a mail-in ballot, did not return to us or the precinct. However, this ballot was run through the machine.
And what does that do?
So technically, it was already counted.
So we don't want to enter this into the record today if it,
Correct.
well, this is,
How would that? That's
This-
what I'm going to.
this is,
investigate. So it just wasn't.
this was not sealed.
Yeah.
but they ran it through the machine, which I'm wondering how they got it out.
I was
Did they take
how
out
did they
the
run it through the machine?
This was never sealed.
Yeah.
I don't think this was sealed, Betsy. At least, it doesn't look like it.
Is it completed? How would they have put that in the machine?
I want you to look at it
Without
first.
somebody
so-
knowing.
Well, I don't know how they would have gotten it through the machine.
How'd they get it back out?
We had these in the fall, we had one of these in the fall, and we didn't have the ballot, we just had this.
Yes.
And it was not in the secrecy envelope.
So they would have had to open the machine.
Did they open it out of the secrecy envelope and then run it through the machine and then pull it back out of that box?
They would have had to pull that back out.
It was never in the
Right.
secrecy envelope. It
I thought
already
they
has one
couldn't
for
get
it.
access to where the ballots are.
They're not supposed to.
Well, no, I'm asking the
Yeah.
question, how would they get access to where the ballots were?
Would they have run it through before it was placed in the bag? I don't know.
No, my point is when, and Jody, maybe you can answer this. My understanding was when they scan these at the polling place, they have no access to the ballots
The ballot.
in the
was-
machine.
Right, but that was,
If this
This.
went into the machine, it should still be in the machine unless you took it out. That's my question.
Well, that's what the machine looks like, so they would just have to unlock the bottom.
They have a key to unlock the bottom?
would
Yeah,
they
'cause
have,
that's,
would they have done
that's
that
what the key.
after, at the end of the night?
They probably did it at the end of the night.
How would they
How
know?
would they know which
No,
one
they
was
would probably
which?
done it after they realized that he ran it through the machine, went in there, grabbed that top one, or the green.
Oh, maybe, so
'Cause
he
they're-
might have gone over and run it through himself?
Yeah, because nobody was watching him, as I'm guessing, but I have a note about 41.
And does the voter count match
Yes, everything matches.
with that
With this one
ballot?
included?
I mean, it's already been counted. and-
Okay, so we have, there's a provisional number here for this guy. And, okay.
The only thing I'll say is, we are fortunate in that it was a full count. So it really doesn't change the outcome, but as long as the numbers match,
The numbers do match.
and we need to make sure that we do an educational session with that precinct board to make sure that that doesn't happen.
I was always, and I'm sorry I wasn't correct, but I don't know why we would be giving our judges of election access to ballots. My understanding was once they went into the machine, they couldn't get them back out.
Well, the keys, because everything is locked at the bottom of the ballot bin, because that's where your ballots go.
Right, you have to get in
Like,
there to
you have to
pull
get
it.
them to get them out, that's where everything goes, and the keys,
Yeah, you have to pull the box out at the end of the night.
yeah.
And that's the way the old machines work too.
Okay.
Regrettably, though, it's one of those challenges, it's like, how did this happen? And I think in the future, if this does happen, there needs to be a more definitive description about, we have to tell the judge of elections to write a little more of a narrative of how this occurred. We can't learn how to correct it if we don't understand what might have occurred this time.
Agreed.
But it is what it is. It's already been counted in it.
So
Thankfully,
we're
it's a
not
full count.
counting it here.
No, we're not counting it in the, we're not adding any numbers to the
Right.
voter,
No.
to the voter count, but it's already entered into the tally.
Nothing for 42.
But thankfully, it's a full count,
Yeah, and he is a registered Republican.
yes.
We have a 43.
You have two and 43.
43.
I don't know if you wanna look at that, or.
Pam Pierce?
I'll peek at it, but we want
There's
to
not
make
much
sure
to
we keep
look
it
at.
away from John, or he'll just, keep passing it down
Voter
like
was
all
issued
the
a
other
mail-in
ones.
ballot, did not return to our office or precinct.
This is a full count.
Yes. Democratic ballot.
Maybe.
Can't let that anywhere near the DS200.
So you'll put that back in the
Yeah.
box over there.
Okay, we have precinct 43, Democrat.
So it's a full count.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a Charles Grover Likens. Republican ballot, voter was issued a mail-in ballot, did not return to the precinct or our office.
Republican, 43.
All right, back to the normal.
So how did you want me to put that down? Precincts 41, is it technically two full count or?
41.
41. Yeah, 41.
How's she enter that in the system?
I mean, I just have a table.
The table would have to indicate that that was previously voted, so we don't add it into the,
Yeah, it was added
into the tally.
already.
Yeah, the machine has already accepted the vote, so just indicate next to it that already counted it at precinct.
Yeah, I put that on.
So 44-1, 44-2, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Is there 49 on your pages? Yeah. Okay. I have a 49. We have Yona Welch,
Okay.
Democratic ballot. Voter was issued mail-in. We did not return it to our office or precinct.
Okay. Democrat, 49.
For 50, 51, 52. I have a 53.
Walter Mills, Walter E. Mills.
Walter E. Mills, same thing, voter was issued mail-in. Should be a Democratic ballot in there, did not return to us or the precinct.
So it's not sealed. But and this is not sealed. A little more voter education, or voter and precinct. Okay, 53 Democrat. Yeah, there were neither the secrecy or the other envelope was sealed.
We have 54, 2, Jennifer Ellenberger. Voter was issued a mail-in ballot for Republican, did not return to us or the precinct.
Haynes Township 54 Republican. Yeah.
Samuel C. Shar. Same voter was issued a mail-in, Republican, did not return to us or the precinct.
Just as a note, this precinct had two that this inner envelope was not sealed, so. 54 Republican.
Nothing for 55 or 56. Not 57.
Carol Grimm.
Carol Grimm. Voter was issued a mail-in, did not receive it here or at the precinct Republican ballot.
Sure. Okay, sealed and sealed. $57 Republican.
Nothing for 58. Okay, Frank Getty.
Jet.
Was it?
Jet.
Okay.
Jet.
Jet,
Yep.
Frank Jet. Voter was issued a mail-in ballot, should be a Democratic ballot, did not return to us or the precinct.
Alrighty. Sealed and somewhat sealed. Somewhat sealed.
These also might be like old envelopes too.
Oh.
A lot of these have just not been sealed. D59. D59.
Bingo.
That's right.
Nothing for 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65.
Rosemary Allen.
Rosemary Allen, voter was issued a mail-in, did not return to us or precinct, should be a Democratic ballot.
Okay, full count, and we proceed how it's rolling.
Oh,
66 D.
There's a crease.
Oh. Look at that pen.
Democratic 66.
Nothing for 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83,
You're gonna have fun flattening that one out.
we have a Russell Gutch. Voter was issued a mail-in ballot, didn't return to us, or the precinct should be a Republican full count.
'83 R. '83 Republican.
Barbara Gutch. Voter was issued a mail-in ballot, did not return to us or precinct. Republican ballot.
R 83. Republican 83. There we go. We're narrowing down to the one we're looking for.
Nothing for 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89.
You have to decipher this one for us.
Zachary Chesley. And it's a very long name on there. I'm guessing
That's his middle name.
that's his middle name. It's very odd.
This kid. He's my son.
I was gonna say, I looked at it, when I looked at it, I was like, is that two people or is that just his whole name? Mailer, voter was issued a mail-in ballot, did not return, should be a Dem ballot.
Okay, so his middle name is, the Charles Anderson is part of that name?
Yes.
Okay,
I once worked,
Zachary Charles Anderson.
okay. All right, as long as that's, yeah, okay.
I once worked for a guy who had 5 middle names. His mother went a little nut on the patron saints thing, so.
She couldn't decide which one she wanted to name him.
She just thought the more saints, the better.
Just want to make
Or
sure we
blessed.
didn't have two different
Yes.
ballots there. Okay, D 89. Democratic ballot 89.
Nothing for 91, or, sorry, I guess that was out of place. I have 90 and nothing for 91. One here,
And the one we were looking for.
Tanya Pick, voter was issued a mail-in ballot. Full count Republican was not returned to us or the precinct.
Okay, so precinct 91, Republican is what we're looking for.
That's 90.
90?
90.
Oh, okay, 90-1, okay.
Oh, I have the stub still on the bottom of this one. Is it okay to rip it off?
Yeah.
Okay, we have 90 Republican.
Oh, you're keeping them with it? Okay. Oh.
Very good. And that's the end.
So you're counting 23 today. One was already counted, and one, actually counting 24 today, because we had a
Right.
one.
So we were saying we rejected one, but we really kind of didn't.
Correct. When Tisha is looking at them.
Yeah.
And technically, he has no party affiliation.
Yeah.
But you guys can ultimately make.
Right,
So
but-
that is on her end, but we can go back and.
So today, you're counting a total of 24. It would have been 25, but one of
Yeah.
them was already counted.
It's
Okay.
all on the
Yeah.
internet.
So no, none were rejected.
So we need to make a motion to that effect?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take a motion that we count 24 ballots, not including the 25th, which was already counted.
And accept that as already entered into our system. All right, I make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, that's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
We do have one
Aye.
recreation,
Aye.
All right, that item passed.
the timing marks are the way they folded it.
Yeah.
So we need to recreate that?
Yes.
Okay.
Get mine, Steve.
All right. Okay, this is precinct 6, Republican ballot. Yeah, these were done with check mark, or, yeah, not even checks, actually, so I might have missed your process. Yeah, I'm just looking at all of these, probably being problematic.
Judge of Superior Court.
Okay, Maria Batista.
Okay, Judge of Criminal Court.
That will approve it.
Oh, sure.
All right, TA,
None.
Drug Commissioner,
Oh,
okay, Mayor,
none.
Council Member,
Matthew Daniels Rowe.
any others?
Daniel Smith.
Is that it?
Yep.
All right. Anything under,
No tax
Ratings.
collector, no auditor, no auditor for a 4-year term. But the school director, there are 2.
okay.
Daniel Decker and Mike Pace.
All right.
There's no judge of elections, but there is an inspector of elections, and that's Kelly O. Henry.
Oh, like the candy bar family.
Oh, it's her middle name.
Oh.
Hey, you know, you'll make it work.
Do you want to take a look at this?
You probably never saw the Seinfeld episode on that, did you?
I never watched Seinfeld.
I can just read them off.
Batista?
She was the heiress of the O. Henry candy bar family.
There's so many.
Decker, Pace, Henry.
I did that
Right.
one office last night.
Very good.
We have one more. Took off the
Got
song.
one more to make?
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy.
I play it like at night on.
Let me see if we can read that one. Oh, we're good.
Yeah,
What's wrong with this one?
the timing marks.
Full film, oh, I see that, there's the other one.
I was like 80s Adam
Sure.
Suno wrestler like floating around the lake the whole
This
time.
is precinct 53, Democrat.
Like, what's sample here?
Judge of the Superior Court, Brandon Still aside,
Whenever,
Bernie Cantor, Shelley
Will
Thompson,
Farrell comes in for
no
F's
supervisor,
near the end.
no tax collector, no auditor, school director,
It's just like,
there is Kimball Alina,
he's trying to take over
and
for
Douglas
Michael.
Block.
Michael's moving over.
Under
He does
School
the
Director, Region
gun deal
2,
awards and his stage friend.
Vincent Nicosia. And then there's no judge of elections, and then there's inspector of elections, there's Janice Jenkins. Back to me.
Newman, Zorner, Thompson, Paulini, Vaughn, and Castillo. Jennings.
Do you want me to read the prior one off? I checked it checks fine.
Y'all check that.
Check fine. All right.
We're all good.
There you go, John.
Make sure we did for minutes now.
Ready to start the fun stuff?
Sure. But they all check out, right?
Looks good.
Great.
There you go, John.
Finished the provisionals.
All finished.
So we're gonna start on the
Okay,
list of
numbered
voters.
list of voters. Okay.
So we have first one, Bellefonte North. Who wants what?
Doesn't matter. You decide how you want it to be.
Okay.
Hopefully the first 45 will go faster than normal.
Don, I'm gonna give you these.
Okay.
And this is the last of the
So-
provisionals, correct?
What is it?
Yes, last of the
Thank you.
provisionals.
So this, explain to me, you have some of these that are gonna be on paper, and some of them are gonna be digitally
Technically,
accounted for.
no. It's all gonna, like, I have it digitally, but it's ultimately gonna be these also. So I have
So
a,
you will have a paper number book of.
yes.
There's still a paper
But I have
numbered
a
list of
fourth
voters.
check that if we have any problems, like our numbers are off, I can go back through and see
The digital.
where our numbers are off.
Okay, but they were still, the digital pads still, they still created a paper record.
Yeah, so this is the numbered list of voters book.
Right.
So they would still have this.
Okay, I
to
just
have
wanna make sure
everything.
we're on the
Yes.
same.
All right. So
Yeah,
we're
the
not
only-
printing the hard copies for the precincts that have the electronic poll books, but we're still doing essentially the same.
We still have the poll books, the paper poll books, as a last resort backup. So they still have those, but they're not using them.
Okay.
And I, on the first 1 through 47 precincts, I was able to use the e-pulse for the knowing poll pads to help with the totals.
So this is Bellefonte, precinct 1, Bellefonte North. The total paper sheets was 126.
Okay, so we have here 128 with 2 spoiled, which comes to 126.
All right, and the yellow sheet has 126 voted ballots and 2 spoiled.
So there you go.
I'm gonna pass it over to John, which direction we want to take
Yes.
this.
Okay.
Just back it over.
This direction?
We'll just keep going counterclockwise. Which I'm gonna need some larger paper clips. Oh, all right.
We used it.
And we used it.
Okay, this is precinct number 2, Bellefonte Northeast, and the total number of paper sheets was 141.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
Huh?
146 ballots, 5 spoiled, 141 voted.
Yes.
All right. My grand total sheet just has 141. That's the whole
Okay.
number.
That's the one you're looking for.
Oh. We paperclipped them because I didn't want to staple them and rip them off.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
For
I
sure.
think the paper clip's better.
Okay, this is precinct number 3, Bellefonte South. And we have the sum total of 82 paper sheets.
We got 82 on the numbered list of voters.
82 voted ballots, no spoil.
Bellefonte Southeast.
Okay, this is precinct number 4, Bellefonte Southeast, with 128 total paper sheets.
I have 131, 3 spoiled for 128.
I have 128 voted ballots, 3 spoil.
Perfect.
Boy, hopefully we just kind of keep this up.
Yeah.
That's what we do 91 times.
Yeah.
Okay, we have precinct number 5, Bellefonte West, with 124.
I've got 124, it's 125 minus 1 spoiled.
I have 124 with 1 spoil.
Okay, Center Hall.
Okay, this is precinct number 6, Center Hall Borough. Total number of paper sheets, 170.
I have 172, 2 spoiled for 170.
I have 170 voted ballots, 2 spoil.
I'll just pull this out.
Howard Precinct, yeah, Howard Borough Precinct 7. Public count, 99.
So close.
I have 100 with 1 spoiled.
I have 99, no mention of a spoil.
Ah. Well, they do show a spoiled here.
Joe, do you have some?
We have, they just didn't mark it down, I guess.
Yeah, they do have spoiled.
Okay, this is precinct number 8, which is Milesburg Borough. Total number of paper sheets, 136.
We have 141 with 5 spoiled for 136.
136 total voted, 5 spoil.
136.
Very good.
Did we, so the one that was 99 is,
It's fine.
It's fine?
They had one that was spoiled.
They didn't mark the spoil.
They didn't necessarily mark the spoiled on all the forms.
So we have
Important part
9
is
Belheim
that
Borough.
99 matches across the 3 forms.
Okay, precinct 9, Milheim. I'm gonna go with 93.
I've got 93.
That's what I've got too. But you know, maybe we should go and investigate how they were so perfect
Yeah.
and stop by at the Elk Creek Cafe afterwards. Have some
Or
good
that.
food and nice beer and
There you go.
sometimes
Maybe that
even
should be
some
an
good
afternoon.
music.
Yeah,
That's
field
the-
trip.
Yeah, that's how we celebrate when this is over.
If we get there early, we can go to the coffee shop instead.
To the meat
Number
market.
10, Phillipsburg 1.
Okay, precinct number 10, Phillipsburg first. Number 73 is the what we're looking for.
I've got 73.
73.
Another perfect
Papers
precinct.
that got counted.
Isn't there a song about 73 men sailed off into history? I think that was the number of people on the boat who discovered San Francisco.
That might be the record, it had been Fitzgerald.
No, that was fewer people.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Number 11.
Well, you're from the Great Lakes area, so you
Yeah.
know, right?
Okay, so we have precinct number 11, Phillipsburg, Ward 2. We have 51 paper sheets.
And that's, I've got 51.
I've got 51 as well.
Okay, number 12, Phillipsburg 3.
Okay, Phillipsburg 3. Precinct number 12, 49.
49.
49. I didn't even have to break open the second pack.
There we go.
13, Fort Matilda.
Okay. Precinct 13, Port Matilda Borough, 71.
I have 71, 74 with 3 spoiled.
71 voted ballots, 3 spoiled. Almost at 73 again.
14, Snowshoe Borough.
Okay, 14 it is, and Snowshoe Borough, 83.
I've got 85 with 2 spoiled for 83.
83 voted, 2 spoiled.
15, Rush North Central. Don't allow that one on the page.
They must have had a long day.
Oh, boy.
Okay, precinct number 15, Rush, North Central, 34.
34.
34.
The land office case.
Yeah.
16, State College North.
Could 15 have been the old Southie, maybe? That's why
I
it's,
don't remember.
because up to this point, it's all boroughs.
Yeah,
So I gotta wonder if precinct 15 is the old,
could
South
be,
Phillipsburg.
could be,
It
could
is.
be.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 16, State College North, 184 by my,
I have 184 voted, 6 spoiled.
184 voted, 6 spoiled.
17, State College Northeast.
okay. 17, State College Northeast, a whopping 87 pieces of paper that were
I
counted.
have 87.
87, no spoiled.
Do you need a paperclip?
I have a spare.
good with
I brought one
I
right
got a
here for
stash
you.
in my office, but you'll have to give
I
them back
just-
when
I
you're
have
done.
this one right here that we are
Duh,
ready to
paperclip.
use.
18, State College Northwest.
Okay, 18, State College Northwest, 37.
I've got 37.
I got 37, no spoiled.
Hand that to you.
19, State College South 1.
Okay, precinct 19, State College South 1, 93 ballots.
93 and 1 spoiled.
93 voted, 1 spoiled.
20, State College South 2.
2. Okay, we have precinct 20, State College South 2, 130 pieces of paper.
Got 130 with 4 spoiled.
130 voted, 4 spoiled.
21, State College Southeast.
Okay, precinct 21, State College Southeast, 162.
Got 162 and 5 spoiled.
162 voted, 5 spoiled.
22, State College South Central 1.
Okay, precinct 22, South Central 1, State College, 32 ballots on
Got
paper.
32 and 2 spoiled.
32 voted, 2 spoiled.
23, State College South Central 2.
Mellow Precinct.
Okay, so we have precinct 23, State College South Central 2, 111.
I have 111 and 3 spoiled.
I have 111 and 2 spoiled.
Uh-oh. I see 3 on the last one.
2, that was just an error, so it should have been,
Oh, it should have been,
yeah, so 2 spoiled.
so this one they didn't actually,
So it wasn't actually given a
It was
ballot,
voided?
it was pretty much voided.
All right,
okay, so we're okay then.
okay,
Yeah, so the subtotal is 111.
all right.
It is.
That's the critical number.
Alright, you're all wait for this one. 24, State College East 1,
Ah.
above. How many
Well,
did you
let's
get?
guess. 6.
8.
Less than 10.
You win.
Amber,
These are the intrepid voters.
Yes.
I suspect these are the, the.
State
RAs
College
and
East
the
1 ESU.
staff.
Could be.
Number 24, which goes from feast to famine. This happens to be a famine at 8.
8.
8.
Yep.
26, State College East 3.
Okay, number 26, State College East 3, number 32 pieces of paper.
I have 32 and 1 spoiled.
32 voted, 1 spoiled.
29, State College East Central 2. Very nice membership on that.
Okay, precinct 29, State College East Central 2, 11.
11.
11 spoiled.
Yeah, they thought, no, they
How many
thought.
are registered there, I wonder?
It's
Poor
like a
Albert had a
decent number.
boring day this time up there. Hope they didn't go to all that extravagance, putting all those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all those cattle chutes.
Yeah.
30, State College East Central 3.
Okay, we have precinct 30, State College East Central 3, numbering 16 pieces of election paperwork.
I have 16 and 1 spoiled.
I have 16 and 2 spoiled.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was just puzzled for a second because there was like a crisscross.
What I'm wondering about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, what does that mean, I wonder? Were they just overzealous with their pay?
Yeah, because it does look like,
It looks like they tried to cross it out.
If there's a page for Ds and a page for Rs.
Mm-mm.
no.
I don't know.
Yes.
As long as the number of ballots cast matches.
It's the most important number.
We're gonna make a little tweak on spoil ballots and how we
Yeah.
determine those. 31, State College West 1.
The fighting 31st.
Yeah.
Number 33 precinct, State College West 1, 132 ballots should be
I
counted.
have 132 and 3 spoiled.
132, 3 spoiled.
Okay.
32, State College West
Plug in.
2.
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, precinct number 32, State College West number 2, 135.
I have 135 and 6 spoiled.
Okay.
I have
There you go.
135 and 5 spoiled, but I'm guessing maybe it was the express vote stuff.
I think this one maybe he didn't get a ballot, it says wrong precinct.
So probably error.
So they probably started writing his name in and then he didn't.
So we have 5 spoiled and 1 error.
Okay, 1.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't have logged him in.
Well,
And so we've come across that a couple times, that they
This
started to write the
one-
person in before
they
they're,
had it
like, they get,
checked in.
Before they're
Well,
processed
there's
into
2
that
things
precinct.
here, hold on, because this one says wrong line out of sequence.
They were,
And then they put down here.
yeah.
But then, we've got up through 141 here. So it almost looks like there's two of them that should,
So this one,
wrong precinct, so he probably wasn't given a ballot.
Correct, so it wasn't spoiled, it was just an errored line. So this person was spoiled, they wrote it on the next line.
Right. But this one,
I think they're counting the ballot numbers. So when it says wrong sequence, that's exactly what they're doing. They're counting the stubs.
Yeah.
right, but it still seems like we have one more spoiled than we have denoted.
So it's 5 spoiled.
Yeah.
So that's probably what they did, they probably spoiled the ballot. And then, yeah, and then the one error.
5 spoiled and 1
Okay,
And one error.
error.
one error, okay.
So 34, State College West Central 2.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, precinct 34, State College West Central, number 2, 20.
I have 20
Balance.
and one spoiled.
20 and 1 spoiled.
35 Unionville Borough.
5 it is. Okay, precinct number 35, Unionville Borough. 35.
I've got
Precinct
35 and 35, yep,
35.
perfect.
I think that might be our smallest borough. They can't even
36
use their
Benner
name
North?
from mailing. They're
really?
Fleming on the mail.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a Unionville that beat them to the name, the post office.
Okay, we have precinct 36, which is Benner North. 251 is the ballot count.
I have 251. It looks like there's, I'm gonna look at, here they have, there's either 6 spoiled or 3, oh, 6 spoiled, 3 provisional, that's what they're, they
Yep.
wrote this
Yeah.
differently than
That's-
anyone else did.
They
That's
wrote
what
the
I've got.
provisionals in the book and then they wrote them in
Yeah.
the new book.
251 voted
Yeah.
ballots, 6 spoiled.
Okay, 37 Benner South.
All right.
2 books.
Oh, okay.
Precinct number 37, Benner South, 287.
I have 287. It
Two-
looks, do you have, how many spoiled are there here? This,
I have
there's-
10.
Yeah, I have 6 in this book and 4 in this book.
Yep, 287 voted, 10 spoiled.
Okay. Do you want these books to interlock or?
Yeah.
Or 2 inside number 1?
Looks like this ended up being one of the busier precincts.
Mm-hmm.
We have 38 Boggs East.
All righty. Number 38, Boggs East, had 107 counted votes.
I have 107 and 2 spoiled.
107 voted, 2 spoiled.
39 Boggs West.
Well,
Number
that one comes
39,
with a paperclip.
Boggs West, 153.
I have
Piece of paper
153 and 3 spoiled.
153 voted, 3 spoiled. Here you go,
41st
John, this
Riverside
one,
Township.
this one comes with a paperclip.
Okay, Burnside Township, precinct number 40, 59 votes counted.
I have 59.
I have 59. Possible exception maybe of Orviston, they're the longest drive, I think, back to the Willowbank.
41 College North.
Alrighty. okey. Precinct 41, College North, 283 ballots.
I have 283 and 15 spoiled.
I have 283 voted and 15 spoiled.
You have 283 in the book.
There's 283 and 15 spoiled.
This is the precinct where we had our one ballot.
There's one provisional written here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they put the provisional.
Yeah, they
They
counted
put
that
the
in there.
provisional in the
Right,
book.
but the person isn't in that book, they're in this book.
No, they wrote it in that.
They wrote it in that one too.
Yeah,
but
they
also
have it
wrote
red
it
ink
that
in
one.
there.
Yeah.
Oh.
We need to tell them if they need to make notes in here.
Will you annotate that properly, so?
Because this, if you did, somebody looking at this would say that guy voted twice.
Right, could you make sure there's annotation in there that indicates that?
I don't see where we,
Can we write something?
Yeah.
Not in red?
what was
This
his
is right on
name?
the
Maybe his
left.
name is in there, but.
Vogelman was his name.
Vogelman?
I think that's.
Did we find him?
Okay, do we need to look for?
Was he logged into the?
In the actual number list of voters.
He might not be in that
I
because
thought he was written in there, and that's the one that
Because
was
he's a
originally
provisional.
decided, or no?
he probably doesn't have a number. He probably just, it shows up at the end when they said provisional added.
I think that's why we added it, because it had the note on it saying that he was added.
Is that the one they put through the scanner then that was counted there?
Yeah.
His ballot would not have had a number on it. From the original count.
Right. Shouldn't have.
Should have had a provisional number.
Well, to fill the airtime, Steve, the 73 Men Sailing Off into History was the song Ride, Captain, Ride
Oh, okay.
by the band Blues Image.
Yeah.
It reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1970.
Mystery ship.
To make it more mysterious with the mystery ship, there's an alternate version where they sang 83 Men, which is incorrect, but they wanted to be even more mysterious.
Which, not to be confused with question mark and Mysterians.
Yes.
96 Tears.
Yes.
Okay.
I knew that it stuck in my head like an earworm. I just couldn't remember exactly which song it came from.
Okay.
See, they would have gotten the movie reference yesterday.
Yeah.
What?
No, no
I don't
doubt.
see him in here.
Julia, before I even
So
got
we
it out of my
added
mouth.
it.
Just saying.
Here's the.
But
See,
that is.
I haven't seen Caddyshack.
Code.
Oh,
Probably 20 years.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
So
we're
that-
squared up then?
As long as you have it documented, we're
Voted
good.
provisional.
Yep. All right.
So
he's
the
in
poll pad helped.
He's in the system properly.
Yeah, there's your poll pad coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were received very well.
Fantastic.
That's good.
Yeah, I dropped by 8 precincts and they all liked it.
Oh yeah, I had precincts trying to bribe me to
Oh.
Getting them?
to getting them this time around. So 42 College South.
How many cupcakes does it take to get a poll pad?
At least a few dozen, I mean.
Does it
Yeah,
matter where
exactly.
they're from?
No, just as long as it has buttercream frosting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, precinct number 42, College South. 229 is the number we're looking for.
I have 229 and 9 spoiled.
229 voted, 9 spoiled.
43 College East.
I'm starting to slowly learn the numbers.
Yeah, well, they'll change it by the time you get
Oh,
it
yeah,
down,
once
so
I get them all.
don't bother too much. Okay, precinct 43, College East, 220.
I have 220 and 4 spoiled.
220 voted, 4 spoiled.
Okay, so we have 44 College West, so we have 44-1 and 44-2 together.
You should have two separate, two separate
Yeah.
tallies.
So here's
Oh,
44-1.
yeah.
Okay, 44
Okay.
College West, this is 1, is 79.
That's 44-2.
Nobody voted in 44-2.
What?
Well, that's only dormitories.
I know, but I'm just thinking that we have a notion, that we had a complete
A complete no-show.
no-show. Okay, so we had 79 and 1.
I have 79 and 3 spoiled.
79 voted, 3 spoiled, and 44-1.
Okay. And it is, let the record state that 44-2 on campus did not have any cast ballots.
Okay, double check, John, I think that stacks 44-1, and then this is 44-2.
That tracks.
45 Curtin North, our smallest precinct.
Okay, Curtin North, number 45, 23.
I got 23.
23. I think this is Orviston, isn't it?
Yes.
Very nice handwriting.
My husband was a rover up there and he loved it.
Oh.
He was having a ball.
Yeah.
Did he enjoy having to go through Clinton County to get there?
Yeah, he said he actually went up over the mountain first and then went back through. He was having fun.
Well,
That'll
you
be
can't
a
go
lot of
too
fun.
far over the mountain
I
before
hope
you
you had
end
a
up.
4-wheel drive on
If
that.
you went over the mountain, you probably ended up in snowshoe eventually, or stuck.
Depends
Yeah,
on whether you turn right or left.
Yeah, exactly.
yes.
This is 46 Curtin South.
Okay.
That I think is in Monument,
Monument.
right?
Number 46 is the.
46 is Marsh Creek.
Marsh Creek?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is 46 precinct and 46 ballot count, so.
Got 46 and 1 spoiled.
46 voted, 1 spoiled.
Wow.
So that makes us about halfway through by my reckoning.
Right, but we're also now just about done with the electronic poll pads, so don't want to jinx it, but make it a little harder.
Our last one.
Thanks, Mark.
We have 47 Ferguson North 1.
Okay, number 47 precinct, Ferguson North 1. Grand total of 206.
I have 206,
Cast ballots.
3 spoiled.
206 voted, 3 spoiled.
48 Ferguson North 2.
Okay. Precinct 48, Ferguson North, number 2. Public count, 106 ballots.
I have 106 and 1 spoiled.
106 voted, 1 spoiled.
49 Ferguson Northeast 1.
Okay, precinct 49, Ferguson Northeast 1. 138 pieces of paper that indicated voted
I have
ballots.
138, 2 spoiled, and 1 provisional that's recorded here.
138 voted, 2 spoiled.
50 Ferguson Northeast 2.
Okay, precinct number 50, Ferguson Northeast 2. That would be 83.
I have 83 and
Ballots
3
cast.
spoiled.
83 voted, 3 spoiled.
1 Ferguson East.
.51, Ferguson East, 210 cast ballots.
I have 210 and 2 spoiled. Not sure what they're doing with this numbering system.
210 voted, 2 spoiled.
Okay.
They created their
I
own
think
numbers.
those are the ballot numbers.
Okay, Ferguson West 52.
Okay, precinct number 52, Ferguson West. We have 211 paper sheets cast.
211 and 6 spoiled.
211 voted, 6 spoiled.
53 Gregg Township.
Precinct number 53, Gregg Township, 299
I have
ballots
299
cast.
and 6 spoiled.
299 voted, 6 spoiled. Pretty good turnout
Yeah.
for this election.
54 Haynes Township.
Okay, let's see how we're doing in Haynes Township, Precinct 54. We're looking at 145 ballots cast.
I have 145 and 5 spoiled.
145 voted, 5 spoiled.
55 Half Moon Proper.
Okay, we have Precinct 55, Half Moon Proper, 241 sheets of balloting.
241 with 13 spoiled.
241 voted, 13 spoiled. It would have been so much fun to have called the other precinct
Now.
improper.
Now, as tempting as it is to mention that now.
56 Harris East.
At least we have no rotten boroughs here.
True.
Okay, we have precinct number 56, Harris East, at 273 ballots cast.
Okay. I have 273. Okay, I think there's only 1 spoiled. There's 2 books here, so. Oh, 1 spoiled in one and 3 in the other, so 4 spoiled.
Yep,
And
I have
273.
273 voted and 4 spoiled.
Okay.
And you wouldn't think that boroughs would not like fruit. but
Right. Yep.
What was it? Old Sarum, the most egregious
It
example?
might have been.
57 Harris West.
Elected somebody to
Are they
parliament,
good?
no one lived there.
Mm-hmm, and yet they got to be represented.
Yeah.
Okay, precinct number 57, Harris West, 283 ballots.
Okay, so we have 283, and it looks like 5 spoiled.
Mhm.
Is that right?
I got 12.
3 here, 2 here.
So
Oh,
the other book.
oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, I see.
No.
9 spoiled, 3 spoiled, so 12, and then 2 errors. Okay.
283 voted, 12 spoiled.
Okay.
And for this election, a
Gotcha.
fairly busy precinct.
58 Howard Township.
Precinct 58, Howard Township, 105 ballots cast.
I have 105 and 1 spoiled.
105 voted, 1 spoiled. I think we were in Howard Township yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
59 Houston Township. Still gonna call it Huston.
Yeah.
Until you go up there.
Yeah.
No, we will say Houston, and it is precinct number 59, and there were 128 ballots cast.
I have 128 and 1 spoiled.
128 voted, 1 spoiled. Well, and it continues the theme from Milheim with them having that up Texas neighborhood, you know? We gotta have some Texas cities here in the county.
60 Liberty Township.
Precinct number 60, Liberty Township, number 108 pieces of paper indicating 188
Okay.
registered voters cast ballots.
I have 188 and 4 spoiled.
188 voted, 4 spoiled.
61 Marion Township.
Okay. Precinct number 61, Marion Township, 128 ballots cast.
I've got 128 and 1 spoiled.
128 and 1 spoiled. Quite sure this was named after the Revolutionary War General Francis Marion.
Good question.
62 Miles East.
Alrighty. We have precinct 62 miles east with 97 ballots cast.
97 and 4 spoiled.
97 voted, 4 spoiled. His Francis Marion's nickname was the Swamp Fox.
Yes.
But I don't think he hung out anywhere near Swamp Pool Road.
I doubt it's probably him. I don't know.
63 miles west.
Okay, we have precinct number 63 miles west, 34 registered voters cast ballots.
And 34 and 1 spoiled.
34 voted, 1 spoiled.
64 Patton North 1.
Okay. 64 precinct, Patton North 1, with 183 ballots cast.
I have 183 and 4 spoiled.
183 voted, 4 spoiled.
65 Patton North 2. There are 2 books.
65. 2 books. And 1 results report. Okay, we have precinct number 65, Patton North 2, 286 registered voters cast ballots.
Okay, I've got 130 plus 156 for 286. I have 4 spoiled and 2 spoiled for 6 spoiled. So 186 and 6.
All right, I have 286 voted. They're only listing 4 spoiled in here.
Would you have,
Well, there's 4 spoiled in this book and 4 in this book, it looks like.
Right, I think
I mean, it's just-
that a couple of the spoiled ones actually weren't spoiled.
There's
They
2
just
blank
got
lines
marked.
also, it says. I guess I can go through here and see. That's a blank line. That's what that is, an F?
No affiliation. So they
Oh.
got excited and
Oh.
gave him a log number.
This is more normal what it's like.
Hmm. And this is a no affiliation.
so that's 2.
That's 2 no affiliation.
4 blanks, 2.
So it goes up to 136 on the lines. 2 blank lines, but there's 1 blank, 2. So that should be 3.
We haven't fallen asleep yet.
Not yet.
Is this no affiliation?
Normally
So I
just
guess
this
that
part
does
takes a
add up
whole
then.
afternoon in a presidential, so.
So are there, okay.
We might
guess
get
that
this
adds up
done
then,
before the
right?
paint
Because I think
dries.
what they're doing is they're writing the names in fast, like,
Faster than they
Yeah.
check if they actually have.
so I think what they're doing is they're hearing the voter say what their name is, and they're trying to hurry up and write the name in first.
Mm-hmm. They need to slow down.
Yeah.
Would that be somewhat solved by having the electronic poll book?
Yeah, because then they have to wait till they get the ticket.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And those are 2. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I guess it does add up then. It's just,
Just
What they're
figure out
counting.
Just
how
have to be
they're-
more diligent about it.
Yeah.
Of course, the next time we have the poll books.
6 or 4?
I have 4.
I think it's 4 because the
With all
others are
blanks.
non-affiliated voters.
Now, in the future, if we would have some discrepancy, we would have the tickets to go back and reflect
Yes.
every ballot that was presented.
Okay.
It's another selling point for those things.
Yes.
This is the one that I have right now.
Yeah, another positive consequence that might further speed up this process.
Wow.
66 Patton South 1.
Hopefully you don't need them.
It's been getting better over time.
Okay, we have precinct number 66, Patton South 1, with 169 cast ballots.
I have 169 and 7.
169 voted, 7 spoiled.
67 Patton South 2.
Precinct 167, Patton South 2, with 113 registered voters.
Okay, so there's 113. Are there 9 spoiled then?
There's 4.
4 spoiled.
Yeah.
What's this 5 spoiled?
Yeah, you should have come out with 113 ballots
Right here.
cast.
So this was, I shouldn't have used it. It's this one right here.
Okay,
So 4 spoiled.
so 4 spoiled, okay.
I
Because
think
that
we're
one's an
all-
independent
We're all good
voter.
on the 113.
Okay.
I got
113 it is.
4 spoiled.
Okay, we're good then, because one of them was non-affiliated, that's how they
All right.
messed up there.
So we have 68, Patton South 3.
Okay. Precinct 68, Patton South 3, 319 ballots cast by registered voters.
We have 319, and it looks like we have 5 spoiled?
That's what I've got.
Okay.
319 voted, 5 spoiled.
All right.
69, Penn Township.
Penn Township, how'd we do? Okay, precinct number 69, Penn Township, we had 156.
I have 156 and 1 spoiled.
156 voted, 1 spoiled, and I think that's the home of Quick Fest,
There you go.
happening, I believe, in early October.
Yep.
It's a fun festival.
It is one.
70, Potter North.
Thanks.
Okay, precinct number 70, Potter North, 199.
Oh, so close.
Oh, I have 199
Ballots
with 3
cast.
spoiled.
199 voted, 3 spoiled.
Okay.
What's the number they have to get over to get that small bonus? Is it 200 or 250?
I think the first scale is
Yeah.
100, and then the next scale is 101, I think, to 250.
250-ish? Okay, all right.
We have 71, Potter South.
Precinct 71, Potter
All right.
South, 279 ballots cast by registered voters.
279 and 6 spoiled.
279 voted, 6 spoiled.
72, Rush North.
That was
Okay. 72, Rush North, 155 pieces of paper indicating 155 ballots cast.
155 and 2 spoiled.
155 voted, 2 spoiled.
What if Mark done? Crisscross. Those girls. Yeah.
73, Rush South.
Precinct 73, Rush South, with a public count of 52 ballots cast.
I've got 52 and 2 spoiled.
52 voted, 2 spoiled.
74, Rush East.
74 precinct, Rush East,
That's it. Yep.
public count 27 ballots cast.
I've got 27.
I got 27.
75, Rush West.
Precinct 75, Rush West, with 44 ballots deposited.
I've got 44.
I got 44.
73, Snowshoe East.
Okay. Precinct 76, Snowshoe East, there were 98 ballots cast.
98.
98. And we'll say hi to Pancake Road in Clarence.
For that.
77, Snowshoe West.
All right. 77 precinct, Snowshoe West, with an even number of 60 ballots cast.
I've got 60 and 1 spoiled.
I have 60 voted, 1 spoiled, and salute to the Gillentown Trailhead.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
78 Spring North.
Spring Township, North, precinct number 78, 206 ballots cast.
I have 206 with 6 spoiled.
206 voted, 6 spoiled.
79 Spring South.
79. Precinct number 79, Spring Township South, 157 ballots cast.
I have 157 with 6 spoiled.
157 voted, 6 spoiled.
80 Spring West.
Precinct number 80, Spring West, with 90 ballots cast.
I have 90 and 2 spoiled.
90 voted, 2 spoiled.
90 pieces of paper.
Yeah, with luck, we might
In the
be having
mission.
lunch before it's lunchtime in Milwaukee.
81 Taylor Township.
Okay. Precinct 81, Taylor Township, with 79 ballots cast on election day.
79, no spoiled.
79 voted, no spoiled.
Okay.
82 Union Township.
Okay. Union Township, precinct number 82. We have 181 for the public ballot count.
I have 181 and 2 spoiled.
181 voted, 2 spoiled.
83 Walker East.
I'm guessing we might have had a decent turnout in Walker this year.
They do seem.
They did good.
Yeah, so precinct number 83, Walker East, was 190 registered
Did 190
voters
and 1
cast ballots.
spoiled.
190 voted, 1 spoiled.
84 Walker West.
Okay, Walker West, precinct 84. Sum total of 242 ballots cast.
I have 242 and 7 spoiled, 2 of which were express vote spoils.
So I have 242 voted and 9 spoiled.
Yeah, so it's,
7 for one party
so-
and then 2 express votes.
yes.
Okay, so those add together.
Okay.
85 Worth Township.
Precinct 85, Worth Township. Total 81 ballots cast.
I've got 81.
81.
86 Spring East.
Okay, precinct number 86, Spring East, 181 ballots cast on election day.
I have 181 and 5 spoiled.
181 voted, 5 spoiled.
87 Spring Southwest.
Okay, precinct 87, Spring Southwest, with 142 registered voters casting ballots on election
I
day.
have 142.
I have 142 voted, no spoiled.
Okay.
88 Ferguson North 3.
Precinct 88, Ferguson North 3, with 136 paper ballots cast on election
I
day.
have 136 with 7 spoiled.
136 voted, 7 spoiled.
89 Ferguson West Central.
Precinct 89, Ferguson West Central, with 171 ballots cast on election
I
day.
have 171 and 2 spoiled.
171 voted, 2 spoiled.
I think this is our biggest turnout.
We will be the determination of that.
90 Half Moon East Central.
Ah,
Okay.
A little bit of a contest
With-
there, maybe. Oh,
With
yeah.
precinct number 90, Half Moon East Central. Not to be confused with Half Moon proper.
Well, but this would make this one Half Moon improper.
Well, if indeed that's the way they did it.
Yeah.
We have a whopping 324 ballots cast.
It's gotta be the highest by percentage in the whole county.
Well, I think
24 with 14 spoiled.
it's,
Do they have a contested supervisor race that was?
well, they at least had a decent turnout in that precinct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good.
They had three supervisors.
Yeah.
on the
Well,
ballot.
Yeah.
However that worked out,
I think it might have been four.
that was the
possibly.
largest
Yeah.
turnout of any
Yeah,
precinct.
I've got 324 voted ballots and 14 spoiled.
Yep.
We're getting real close to the one we were looking for.
That's one.
Yes.
91, Ferguson, North Central.
So this is the droid we were looking for.
Yes. Okay. We have precinct 91, Ferguson North Central, with 106 ballots cast on election day.
I have 106 and 4 spoiled.
I have 106 voted, 4 spoiled.
Okay.
And look at that, we're done.
Wow.
The 2% audit precincts.
Okay.
It's 235 election day votes cast.
And those have to be done manually.
Correct.
Right.
So let's
So
get
far,
as
I
close to
You've
that
already asked for
magic number
volunteers
as
for it,
we.
right?
Yes, I have. I only have 4 so far. I haven't heard from the Republican Party yet.
That being said, at that point, we will try to get as close to the magic number of 235 as possible.
So far, I was able
Selection.
to go through and select 2 so far. It would be ideal to do the different school districts
But
if we
then,
can.
but that would be painful.
Right, so
You get
so
that
far I
number.
have 2. So like
Right.
State College North, 16, number 16, and 36 Benner North. So
I think that's fine. I,
And that makes up your total?
each one, I was going on the 235, so each precinct I was picking. So we should probably do 2 more. That's what we did in the fall, we picked 4 precincts.
What were the first two?
Number 16, State College North, and 36 Benner North.
Why those?
The 2 different school districts. It was,
Oh, okay, just to have large
yeah.
numbers in 2 school districts.
I'm fine with staying close to the number.
How many voted in those 2 districts?
I'm careful to not create a precedence that we have to pick all 4 school districts every
No.
time when we have such a low turnout.
Yeah.
36 Benner North has 251
That voted?
that voted on election day.
Okay.
And State College North. Oh, I picked that one wrong. Okay, we're not doing that one because I only had 144.
Well, you can do it.
Because that still brings us.
You still
You're
bring
way
to your
over.
total.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. State College North is 144,
Yep.
so that means you're counting almost 400.
That's plenty then, right?
Yeah.
Just 2
That's
precincts?
way
over.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's plenty.
Yeah.
So 16, 36.
Okay, do we need to vote on that, or? Okay.
She'll report at your meeting. When are you gonna do that count, though? That
That is on Wednesday.
Wednesday, so
but-
you'll report that when you
But
certify
for the
the official
record,
results.
just for the record, which precincts are we going to do the 2% count in again?
16, State College North, that would be the State College Area School District. And 36, Benner North, that's the Bellefonte Area School District.
And
There
it's
you
not
have
the
it.
Benner that's in State College School District?
No.
There's a tiny Benner Independent.
Yeah.
That confused some people.
That's like.
Now, I have
just-
one-
Yeah, it really did.
I
Some of
do
our
have one
coworkers-
question, though.
yeah.
How did we come up with Half Moon proper?
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
You've got the history here.
I don't have any history for that.
Well, I think it was created very recently. Didn't we
Really?
just have
Because we
it got
had
so
one
big?
precinct up there, and
But
then
but
they
it was getting
split it.
really big.
And then they split
Why
it.
did we make one Half Moon proper?
And then we had Then we
choice,
had the
probably.
congressional
Yeah.
district that had one voter in it.
One or two, yes.
I think it was just one.
Yeah, that was like the precinct where they evened out, I think, the congressional districts.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
They had one voter in the one precinct.
So, one thing that I wanted to point out about the poll pads. So when they came back on election night, we synced with the system and down exported everything. So I just pulled up a random person. And this system actually tells you when you voted and what time you voted.
Oh, man. What a ne'er-do-well you picked there.
Right there.
That's exactly right, because I always vote on an even, yep, I voted at 2:02 PM on Tuesday. Yep.
You always vote on even numbers?
No, I always vote at the top of the hour.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And that's the signature stuff, so you know that we have our file.
And I was number 43, let the record state. I was number 43, because
Are
I
you sure
said,
this wasn't the federal voter who's registered at his house?
no, that's me. That's me. I can tell you, I voted at 2:02 PM. But that's interesting, that you can actually tag when the ballot was cast. Yeah, there's one of my election workers back there can testify on my
But
behalf.
it's really neat with those poll pads. And we did have people saying that they can't wait to have the poll pads for the fall. So,
But that actually tells you when you cast the ballot, which is interesting.
For the numbered list of voters.
Right.
and we did something new. We did an accounting throughout the day forms. We had them check the numbers at 10, 1, 4, and 7 on the DS200, the poll pads, or the poll books, and the numbered list of voters books to make sure that their numbers matched every single time.
That may explain why you had perfection too. I mean, pretty close to perfection.
Yeah, pretty close, yeah. It's not like
So-
in many prior elections when we're sitting here trying to figure out why in a
Like,
big
what did
precinct in
they
a busy
do?
year, they're off by like 3 ballots.
That also has another real advantage, is if you have somebody who you don't know whether or not, like, let's, for instance, we could go back and find out whether that person actually cast his ballot at a certain time. That would go back and say, John Doe cast his ballot at 1:46 PM. Okay. That's pretty,
Whereas in the past, we'd have to estimate. We'd say, well, they're about 2/3 of the way in, so maybe it was 2 o'clock.
And what's nice is when you have the 2 poll pads working, some precincts actually had all of their poll pads working, just so they can get the feel of it. You can't, say you have your 2 poll pads, and Mark, you come in,
Yeah.
and you go on one, it'll automatically talk to the other one, so you wouldn't be able to go back around and go to the other
And try to
line
go to the other,
to try to
all right.
vote on that one. It talks to, they talk to each other.
and this should, like in the case of the hub in the future, this should actually
That's
track when the
nice.
busy,
It actually does.
Well, another thing about that too, like precincts that have the double poll books, they would be split A through L and through Z. The poll pads will eliminate that altogether, so
It'll
they
merge
could have
them.
like 4 or 5 and you can
Ah,
pick any
okay.
line to check in.
it'll merge them.
So with the poll pads, it actually would tell you your peak times of when you're voting.
Right,
when you had
that's,
your
yeah,
voters.
that's a perfect,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, wow, they did have quite the peak at that
Yeah.
particular
Yeah.
precinct.
What time was
Well,
that?
this is
Looks like
the
it was
whole-
dinner time,
this is
Yep,
every-
5.
post-work.
This is all the precincts that have the poll pads.
Oh, that's the,
Oh,
added
all of them.
together.
Yes.
that's the,
all.
All right.
that's
Well, now we
accumulated.
know
So the
then.
post-work dinner time is the big one for the.
Yeah, there was a lot at 5 o'clock.
All right.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I said, no,
That could help
tell you
with,
when it's busy.
yeah, we need to think about.
Oh,
What
yeah.
time we,
Unless you're precinct number 44-2.
Yeah,
We also have the option of doing like barcodes, that somebody could stand at the end of the line and see how long the wait time was to get to that person.
yeah.
They could scan the barcode and see how long it took that person.
Let's
to
hope we
get
don't
there.
have that problem.
right.
But it's pretty neat though.
It sounds like it'll really help with the hub and even some of the larger precincts, where like you say, you're splitting the book 2 or 3 different ways, and one part of the alphabet might have 20 people in line, and the other part of the alphabet
Right.
might have 3.
Right.
The poll pads have every single voter in the county. So if you're at the wrong location, you can select that voter, print location, and it'll tell them where they have to go.
And if it's 7:30, you can go, I don't think you're gonna make it to your proper polling location, might as well vote provisionally.
Right.
One other question. In the case of these polling pads, do they keep track, they just keep track of that precinct, right?
Yes.
So you have to collate them when you're all done. Although all the voters are in there, they only keep track of that precinct.
Correct, yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a function that,
And there is an option if we wanted to keep track of the provisionals that also.
good idea,
That are issued.
good idea.
Okay, so we should do
We
that.
might wanna trial that, and see how it works.
We can do that.
I mean, unless there's something that would deter us from wanting to do it, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, we can keep track of all the
That could help with
provisionals.
some of these.
Because it will tell you, but it also tell the poll worker, oh, yes, we have a provisional count up here. We have, 4 people that voted provisionally.
Can it keep track of the spoiled ballots?
I have not looked into that, which I probably wouldn't say that they couldn't. But I know that there's some people that just do like little marks on a paper, spoiled. We have a spoiled here. There was a couple precincts during poll worker training that said that they do that just to help out their numbers for the general.
Well, it appears that was the one area of accuracy that we struggled with, even in this low turnout. So I think we need to come up with a
See if
solution
that
to
can help us.
the
We can do that.
spoiled, so those are accurately accounted for.
Yep.
It would seem like that thing would be a good place to start looking.
Yeah. So there's nothing else we need to work through at this point?
No, we are done.
Does that mean we don't need to meet tomorrow?
That's correct.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
already had to post the agenda before the deadline, so I can take that down and then just put it.
Cancel
It's no
sign.
longer needed.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have left? We have,
We just have the unofficial count on Tuesday, and then the statistical audit on Wednesday, and then the official count on June 3rd.
Okay.
okay. All right,
well, more time to spend at the Bellefonte sidewalk sales.
or
Are those
that.
coming up?
Yeah, it's Friday and Saturday.
Oh, nice. All right.
Lots
You
of
can buy all the
retailers
sidewalks you need.
participating.
Great.
Didn't know that.
Okay, so then do we take a motion to adjourn?
I
Or
would
do we-
first just take a motion to officially cancel tomorrow's meeting, so.
Okay.
I would make a motion to officially cancel tomorrow's meeting because we accomplished our tasks today.
I will second the motion.
Okay, that's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, then tomorrow's meeting will be canceled because it is no longer needed. And then at this time, I would take a motion to adjourn the Board of Elections at 12:24.
I will make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn at 12:24. All those in favor say aye.
All right,
Aye.
Aye. Okay, then we are adjourned.
perfect.
Great.